那你们可以看到那个有发那个 speech script 吗？每个人都有拿到 script， 是不是还有多的啊？多的在哪？多在这里。你可以去他的部落格看，这个稿子是从他部落格截下来的。那黑色的部分才是他演讲的地方，这个括号颜色比较淡，是他做完这篇演讲之后做的一些 note。这个 note 他讲到了一些演讲的技巧，所以我觉得还不错，我就给你把它删掉，这样子，我就把它印出来，这样子。那大家可以参考一下。
部落格
现在
是什么？部落格的名字。
部落格叫做 Manner of Speaking，Manner of Speaking.org 这个之后可以贴给各位吧。OK， 这个人叫 John Zimmer 啊，他这一篇演讲单是得了奖，非常的好笑。历来应该每一个 IE 的 SGD 都会放这个。
这是几年？2009年。
都会放这一个。
John Zimmer, a way out, John Zimmer.
In 1697, the English playwright William Congreve wrote those immortal words, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned." Today, not much has changed. A year ago, I was having a beer with two friends. We were all depressed. My first friend spoke. Last night, my wife and I had a big fight. When it was over, she locked me out of the bed. My second friend said, last night, my wife and I had a big fight. When it was over, she locked me out of the house. I looked at my friends. Last night, my wife and I had a big fight. And when it was over, she came crawling to me on her hands and knees. My friends were astounded. What did she say? She said, "You can't hide under that bed all night, you coward!" Fellow Toastmasters, and all you men who know just how tight it is under a bed. For centuries, we men have been powerless in the face of a woman's fury. Our logic, shot down. Our reasoning, ground to dust. Our arguments, not like butter on toast. We had no defense. We found no way out. Until now. That night, after the beer with my friends, I lay in bed thinking about our predicament. I'm not talking. Where did we go wrong? And then it occurred to me, maybe men aren't the problem at all. Maybe women just don't know how hard to talk. Maybe all they need is a little direction, but how to give it to them. And then I had a bad idea. At Toastmasters, we evaluate each other all the time. Next time my wife got angry, I evaluated her.
This is going to work out well.
I was able to put my theory to the test. I'd gone out, lost track of the time, didn't call, and came home very late. I opened the door, she was waiting. "Have you lost your mind?" And she proceeded to tear into me for 10 minutes. I watched, I listened, I took notes. When she was finished, she said, "Well, what do you have to say for yourself?" I took a deep breath. And again, "Honey, that was a wonderful performance. And lots of emotion. I really liked it. I'm going to tell you a few things that I particularly liked." And then I'm going to give you some suggestions on how you can improve. The whole thing was terrific. We asked the provocative question. Have I lost my mind? It's been said that a mind is a terrible thing to use, and I won't lose it, and let alone lose it. So I was intrigued.
Have you lost your mind?
Terrific facial expressions. At one point, your eyes were bulging out the ear. Final.
有点不清楚，现在在 finally 那边嘛，有没有 follow up？Second, your facial expressions were fantastic. At one point, your eyes were bulging out to here. Thought your head was going to burst into this. Well,
Excellent use of props.
excellent.
When you put that dish in my head, it's engaged. You can take this diatribe and make it even more effective than possible. Number one, stay on top. You began by berating me for staying out late, and that was good, but then you started to complain about my job, my friends leaving my socks on the floor. I was having difficulty seeing where you were going with it. Listening is the ultimate sophistication. Keep it simple and stay on top. Number two, I would like to hear more vocal variety.
Vocal variety. You scream the whole time. You need to lower your voice.
10 minutes is a bit long.
10 minutes, a bit long.
I know that when we're angry we see red, so you probably didn't realize that at 7 minutes I was angry. We need to stop speaking before our audiences stop listening. But all in all, a great performance, and I look forward to our next fight.
最后它的 its conclusion is precise. All in all, a great performance, and I look forward to our next fight. 后面我们就不放啦，我们接下来呢 because of time limits, and now, do you have any inspiration? Is it funny? But yeah, and you can watch it straight. It's more clear. Okay, if there's no problem, then I would like to invite Anson to come to do our keynote speech today. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. So maybe 4 people made the evaluation for Anson, and 3 people made the evaluation to Peggy. Is that alright? Okay. So raise your hand first if you want to make the evaluation for Anson. Okay, you. And then anyone? You. Okay, Tony. And 突然想不到你的名字。Daniel, something. Daniel. And Molly, is that okay? Okay, you 3 made evaluation for Anson, and you, Max, and Jeremy made evaluation for Peggy. Okay. And you two, do you want to make evaluation?
Yes.
Okay. Let's welcome Anson.
Hello everyone. Well,
Okay.
please go down a bit late.
Let me tell
Good
you.
much. It's like I'm singing karaoke. Okay. Have you ever had this experience? You open your computer and want to find something interesting on Facebook. But when you check the post on the wall, the same annoying advertisement just comes up again and again. Now you feel bothered and want to kill them all from home. Listen, are you the only victim from this disturbing advertising? Definitely not. Think about a business owner. They may cry because they waste their marketing budget on people like you. Ads usually lose effect as the time pass away. So marketer usually has to check this rising trend of the cost to make sure that to close down the marketing campaign in proper time in case of like wasting money. But there's a problem. Here, the cost usually fluctuate. It's like this, and in this point, we are not sure about if this is a fluctuation. So we must wait. And wait. At this point, we actually identify that this ad doesn't work at all because the cost is ridiculous, you know. But in this moment, we have already lost some money. So we would like to ask, is it predictable? Is there any indicator for us to measure, to foresee this rising trend of the cost? Hello, my name is Anson Shi, and I'm a previous employee in an internet company. And in my work, I have found some interesting factors to affect and to predict the advertising efficiency. Before we start, let me see some background of this. How do advertisements send to their audience? In fact, Facebook allows their business user to operate an electronic platform to create, to edit, to broadcast, and even to analyze their advertisement. Every day, Facebook is collecting the demographic data from their users, such as your age, like your gender, and the pages you like. And after that, they will send you ads depending on your interest. Okay, let's back to our topic. As we discussed, repetitive advertisement is annoying, and definitely they will lower the advertising efficiency. So I come up with an idea. How if we can measure the repetitiveness of the advertisement? Maybe we can predict the rising of the cost, right? So if we assumed each broadcast of the Facebook advertisement is a random sample, so the impression counts, like how many times people see your ads, will be a bell-shaped distribution like this. Sorry. And you can see your handout. The more budget you put, the more impression on average, so the more right shift of the peak. So now we have a simple model for the advertising. And by observation, it seems like there's a cutoff of advertising frequency in most ads. Their cost per install will skyrocket when their frequency comes to 1.8 or 2, as you can see on your handouts. And what's more, the more budget you put, the more serious the effect. This is a breakthrough because now we have a rough indicator to warn the marketer to stop marketing and save money. For example, in our company, if we can predict this decline, we can save like an extra 40,000 US dollars per year. It's like a huge amount to buy like 60,000 packs of Doritos. Quite amazing, right? And besides the frequency issue, how about the texture of ads or the customer interest to affect the advertising? For example, now we are going to promote a dating app, and if we choose like a cute and young girl like Julian as our model, what kind of people will be attracted? What kind of people will be attracted? As you can see on the handouts, you can see a different response from different ages. And apparently, male with younger age are more likely to click our advertisement. And there are still many other types of other factors that to affect the advertising efficiency. And all of them have significant impact on the advertising. So if we can control them, maybe we can get a better prediction and get better efficiency. In conclusion, now we know that two factors dominate the advertising. The first, the frequency issues, and the second, about the customer preference. So, in future, I would like to consider more factors to this model, to make this model to be more accurate. And so, in future, if I can make this model more accurate, maybe next time we won't be bothered by the trash ads again. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Anson.
Is it too short? I'm not sure.
Actually, I didn't count to.
I have like 6 minutes.
6 minutes? Okay.
So it should be enough.
Okay. Very nice. And then I will welcome Peggy. Peggy. What is your title?
The title.
Yes.
The title is Marriage.
Marriage. Okay. Okay, welcome Peggy for her C3 speech, right? C3 speech, marriage.
Today, I want to introduce my favorite book, The Little Princess Who Believed in Fairy Tales, and share something I learned from this book. Once upon a time, a little princess named Victoria believed in fairy tales and thought her prince would overcome all difficulties and rescue her one day and led a happy and peaceful life in the end. Victoria had a best friend, Vicky, liked to dance and sing. Vicky belongs to Victoria. No one could see her except Victoria. They used to play with each other. The birds flew around them. While Victoria and Vicky danced and sang together. As Victoria grew up, the Queen, Victoria's mother, always blamed her for her noise and made her to learn ballet. The King, Victoria's father, always yelled at Victoria for disturbing his talking with guests and forced her to study the royal manners. Victoria also blamed Vicky for bringing her troubles and put Vicky into closet for imprisonment. Finally, Victoria decided to do everything her parents asked. As 15 years passed, the little princess grew up and graduated from Royal Senior High School. She followed every royal rules, and she became the princess born from royal rules, as her parents expected. Victoria studied in Royal University and met a handsome guy, her Prince Charming. Victoria thought of Vicky, her little best friend, and talked to her about Prince Charming. She opened the door of closet again. It was the first time she talked to Vicky after her imprisonment 15 years ago. They talked, cried, and recalled all memories they had. After that, Victoria had dates with Prince Charming. Everything went well, and they loved each other. Victoria's parents were also pleased with his behavior and manners. Sometimes Victoria let Prince see Vicky. In fact, Prince Charming was fascinated about all things of Victoria. They got married after Victoria graduated from Royal University. Several years later, Prince Charming usually complained about heavy loading of job. In fact, he was tired of all duties. He also complained that Victoria didn't love him. The more Victoria showed her love to him, the more he needed. Sometimes he yelled at Victoria, and after that, he apologized. Again and again, yelled and apologized, yelled and apologized. Vicky was also scared when Prince Charming was angry. Once, Victoria asked, "What happened to you?" And the Prince Charming only answered, "I don't know. I cannot explain. Something grabbed me, but he didn't know." Then Victoria realized it is Mr. Hyde. There were two people and four sides in the story. Prince Charming and Victoria were loyal rules itself. Mr. Hyde and Vicky were their internal self. Prince Charming expressed kind and love. Mr. Hyde expressed picky and angry, and enjoyed to hurt Victoria. He knew all secrets about Victoria and used her secrets to hurt her. Sometimes Prince Charming appeared. Sometimes Mr. Hyde appeared. Sometimes Victoria appeared. Sometimes Vicky appeared. And Mr. Hyde always appeared in the end. Prince Charming had gone. Victoria decided to leave home to find the solution. Before Prince Charming met Victoria, the anger was already spread in his mind, but he released all his anger to Victoria after marriage. Everyone has to be responsible for his behavior and deal with his pain. People have no right to release their own angers on the others. Though your own self-image may still be based upon others' possessions of you. It is wrong that you carry them around with you forever. When beloved, dominate, be respected, people will become the victims of love. It can be easier to change ourselves when we accept who we are, and when we love ourselves unconditionally without any reason. Finally, Victoria married Vicky when she realized the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Well, here's a short notice. She used 8 minutes 38 seconds, but that's okay. It's of course it's qualified, but she told 8 minutes 38 seconds is a hint for the evaluator. Thank you. Yes, a hint for the individual evaluator. And then I will have about 10 minutes, all right? Is that 10 minutes? 10 minutes for everyone to prepare your evaluation. Well, if you think you can't talk that much, I think it's okay, right? Two minutes is the minimum. Yeah, 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. So I think it's not a big deal. 加油！那我们现在就一起来